Do you know these people who always go into the room and they immediately shift the entire energy of the entire room? Everybody is speaking to them and everyone wants to get to know them and everybody is looking at them. And you are wondering in your mind, what kind of traits, what kind of behaviors do all these people have so the entire energy of the room shifts? By the way, I have spilled a water on my shirt, so that's why this is here. But anyway, my name is Martin and I've been studying charisma and communication skills for 3 years straight. And that's why in today's video, I'm going to show you the behaviors and the traits that the most charismatic people use when they are in conversations with other people. So everyone can be listening to them and they can change the energy of the entire room in the click of their fingers. Just to prove myself even further to you, I have literally helped people in your shoes to become the most charismatic versions of themselves, and I helped clients to achieve social mastery. So let's get started. What are the traits? What are the behaviors that make people extremely charismatic? And the first behavior is their mindset. I have solved charisma basically. People, when they will hear the sentence that I have just said, will not believe me whatsoever. But yes, I have solved charisma. It's almost solved. I would say it's 90% solved, because things like speaking are not really solved, because in speaking you can be creative and you can do a lot of things wrong and a lot of things right. So that's why speaking is a little bit tough, but mindset is 100% solved. If you can have a mindset of you not caring what other people think about you, if you can have a mindset of being yourself, if you can have a mindset of knowing that some people have bad days in their life, then you can be majestic with people. One day I have met this girl, and she was extremely charismatic. So I asked her, "You are extremely charismatic. How are you doing this?" And she said to me, "I am living my life as if this was the last day I would be on this earth." Just let that sink in for a second. What a great mindset that is. She lived her life like that would be the last day of her life. Not being afraid of other people's judgments. Yes, I will go into mindset in further video, but this is just a general trait that people who are charismatic use. Then, the next one. First impression. We all know these people, if we just have a great first impression with them, they immediately stick in our mind. One day I was in a gym and this one guy came up to me and he said, "Dude, I don't even know you, but I can immediately say your energy is super infectious and I absolutely love it." What a great first impression. I don't know even the guy's name and he immediately gave me a compliment. Absolutely incredible. Again, I've talked about first impressions in my past videos, but if you want to learn first impressions, then you should check out my program right here, where I have helped people in this community to achieve social mastery, and I'll get to that in the end of the video. But if you are interested, then just keep watching the video. Because if you know how to give people great compliments, observe what they are doing, ask for their opinion, there are millions of different strategies to first impressions, but mindset is not really that solved, like I said. Maybe 98% it's solved, but first impressions 101% solved. First impressions, I have solved them personally. You just need to observe what the other person is doing, give them compliment on their hard work, and then have a strong handshake, have a good eye contact, and also ask for their name. And that is the entire first impression. You don't need anything else, and also have a good body language. Again, I explain all of these things in my program. We'll get to that in the end of the video. But first, conversations. If you ever met someone who is literally knowing how to make a conversation flow supernaturally, then you'll be extremely likely to consider that person charismatic, because they know how to keep you talking forever, so you can express yourself in that conversation. And also, they know how to make the conversation flow effortlessly. It feels like they always have something to say. It feels like they never run out of things to say, and that's why they are considered extremely charismatic. Again, conversations, again, solved 101%. I have all the things that solve conversations in my program. You can check it out, first link in the description. But then, listening and empathy. Why are therapists getting paid thousands upon thousands of dollars per month just by listening and just by using empathy? It's because their listening ability is extremely charismatic. If you've ever been to a psychiatrist, you feel like after you just went out of that session, you feel like a huge piece of boulder just fallen off your shoulders. and you feel light again. And this is why listening ability is single-handedly the most underrated social skill in the entire world. Nobody wants to learn how to be a better listener. Nobody cares. Everybody wants to learn how to be impressive, but nobody wants to learn how to make other people impressive. And listening will literally help you with that. Because if you can show great levels of empathy towards other people's problems and listen to them when they need it the most, that's when the charisma will truly shine. Next one. Literally a brother of listening is speaking. If you know how to speak with conviction, with confidence, with no filler words, with high energy, you will be able to persuade people. And naturally, by your great speaking ability, people will think of you as more charismatic. If you will remove all the ums and ahs, I guess, I think so, the filler words, the stupid things that make you a horrible communicator and literally become a magnetic speaker, speaking will literally make you one of the most charismatic people in the entire room. Again, if you want to solve speaking, again, as the first link in the description, I also talk about speaking in crazy detail because I'm literally obsessed with social skills in my entire life. Just a little side point, I think I'm a little bit autistic with this because I'm on a quest to literally find a perfect sentence to every single sentence there is in the human language. Maybe I'm insane, but at least I am helping people like you to achieve social mastery. And then, body language. You don't even have to let the other person speak. But if you are just seeing me, playing with my hands, having a strong eye contact, having my shoulders back, being open, you will naturally assume that person is charismatic without them even saying even a single word. And again, body language completely solved. Nothing else to overthink here. Everything in my program, link in the description. Another thing, confidence and respect. If a person can go into a situation without feeling that anxiety in his chest, without having his heart pump like crazy, and literally be then respected by people, they will be more charismatic. Because if there was a person who would just go into a girl on the street and he would immediately cold approach her, you would think, whoa, that guy is really confident. And also he has things like wealth, fitness, health, and amazing relationships in his life. That's what creates respect, and the cold approach created confidence. And if he would have these two things together, that would make him extremely charismatic. So that is another thing, how you can improve your charisma. Authenticity. There are these stupid people online, and these stupid people tell you that if you want to become charismatic, you need to become authentic. But that is not the only thing. Because if I would be 100% authentic in today's video, I would be literally spitting horrible garbage. I was spitting opinions that are not even relevant to this video. And imagine if you'll be authentic and you will say to that guy that he's an asshole, do you think that guy that you just called an asshole is gonna think of you as charismatic? No. Because you have literally called them an asshole because you thought authenticity makes you charismatic. It doesn't. It just doesn't. But it is a huge part of it. If you combine authenticity with kindness and compliments, oh my man, that's when the entire world of charisma opens up to you. So if you can be true to your core values and follow up on your boundaries, that is authenticity. But if you can, on the other hand, make people feel loved, give them gifts, and also compliment them on their amazing actions, that is when you will become extremely charismatic. Because you are literally being yourself. You are not trying to please anyone. You are just you. But also, you know how to make people feel amazing. Also, very similar thing, this ties to social status and friends also. Because if someone is surrounded by so many people and they're all trying to speak to him, you would naturally assume that, oh, that person must be charismatic. Because everyone wants to speak to them and everyone wants to be friends with them. So this is a compounding interest. If you once invest into one friend, that friend will make you another friend because that one friend already is giving you social status, so the other people will be naturally interested in you because they see that you have other friends. So social status and friends in charisma are in compounding interest. Invest into friends and people will literally invest into you. Humor. If you can be funny, you are charismatic. Simply as that. If you can crack a joke like I'm selling kids on a black market for organs. Amazing. You are immediately funny, you're immediately charismatic, and people are going to want to be with you forever because you are creating the best emotion, and that is laughter. Then there is seduction. This only works on girls. Because if you know how to seduce properly, if you know how to flirt, if you know how to touch the right spots at the right time, you will naturally become more charismatic for girls, because now you are making them feel amazing when you are next to them. Most men are shit at this. They suck. I would rather take them and throw them out the window for their horrible dating skills sometimes. But we can all agree that if we would again get a girl around us, that is again tying us to social status. And people again will think that we are again charismatic because we have people around us who care about us. But I'm not trying to tell you that you should make people care about you. You need to first care about them. And the natural law of reciprocity will give you all of the things that you need from all of those people, because they will care about you back. Then we have storytelling and relatability, because there is this one amazing quote that I absolutely love, and Andrew Huberman said this: there are only two things that connect people together: music and stories. And if you can tell relatable stories to people, they will love you because they will know that you are relatable. Then it is leadership. If you know how to persuade people, that is right here. If you know how to lead people and persuade them into doing something and changing their lives, that is probably one of the most charismatic things that you can literally do. If you can make someone literally change their behavior, that is incredibly charismatic. You have to be incredibly charismatic to be able to pull something that off. You can do it with blackmail and with a gun to the head. Like, go to the gym right now, bro. Or you can do it through kindness and charisma. And they will literally make you incredibly charismatic. And finally, it is tactics. Tactics are things that will improve, for example, your conversations. If someone is arguing with you, you will not say, "It is your fault, blah, blah, blah." You will say, that is an interesting point, I will think about it. See, that is a tactic, because that just happened in that singular instance. I am applying a tactic that I have learned to that specific conversation. So for example, if I see someone doing a bench press 100 kg, and I know there is a tactic of complimenting someone on their hard work, I will use this tactic in this instance. And I will say to the guy, "Listen, bro, amazing weights on that bar. I absolutely love your hard work." That is a great compliment that you can give to someone just by knowing the right tactics. And again, if you want to learn how to become the most charismatic version of yourself and achieve social mastery, you can join the Charismatic Club. There are people here just like you who want to improve their charisma and their social skills. And there are also courses here from me that will teach you how to master every single one of these things when it comes to your charisma. And finally, you will also get private coaching by me as your charisma and communication skills expert. So if you are interested in that, click the first link in the description. I will see you right there.